What's up, my guys? We are back in line once again. Glad to be back. You know, Jake played hooky today. But I don't know how shocked we are at that. But that's okay. You want to know why? Because the guy's in love. Okay? And there's nothing quite better than love. So, not even going to give him shit for it. What's up, Tiggy Nation?
How's it going? How's it going? Speaking of love, with current president involved, I just got a new match on. But I'm just kidding. JT, you got fucking married last week, man. Let's go into that. We got to dive right into that. If we're all our video watchers here. I mean, he's holding up his fist here like he's about to pound the screen. Tell us about the wedding.
Yeah, guys, I'm married now. I'm a married man. And you know what? I feel freaking incredible about it. I feel so good. And it was, we went back and forth as a lot of people in our lives know on how we were going to do it. Started planning one, then stopped. Then we really started planning one, canceled it. Then we were like, you know what? This is literally 2 months back. We're like, you know what? Life is not slowing down anytime soon with what we got going on in our lives. Let's just figure this shit out right now. So we did. We figured it out. Beautiful little place in a little southern, not South Georgia, but very southern town. Like if you look at like Hallmark movie, typical southern town.
You got saloon doors everywhere, pushing them open. Cowboy boots rocking. Sundresses out.
Not quite the cowboy scene, but like just cute southern charm, super nice people, old looking brick buildings and shit like that. And we got married in this little garden venue. It's basically just an old little house with a beautiful garden in the backyard, essentially. And it was beautiful. Our parents were there. We had a couple friends there. And it was just a really, really good time. Angie was super happy about it all. I was super happy about it all. It's like a dream, man. I was very emotional. Very emotional. Cried a whole lot that day. But you know what? As a young man, when I thought about my wedding, I always thought about us saying our vows to each other. That was always the thing that always really drew me in, right? And we both wrote our own vows. And it was a very, very beautiful moment that I will cherish for the rest of my life. But it is true. People say it goes by so fast. It's like you don't even realize it's one of those things. It's like adrenaline rush, kind of like blackout almost while it's happening. But it was awesome. It was really, really great. Yeah.
It's kind of like the Michael Scott. It's like they're so busy and it happens so quick.
Yeah.
You don't even get a chance to taste your wedding cake.
Right.
And with that, I say, let them eat cake.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We cut our cake. It was delicious. We got some extra cake too. That was pretty nice. But it was really great. Just overall great weekend. Shout out just for how small it was, just for everyone making it fun. It was just fun. It was a good time.
That's awesome. What I got a couple questions. Sorry, but
keep
going.
Yeah.
No, keep going.
I don't want to stop. I just was dragging it on like I normally do. Give me the questions.
That's what we do. That's what we do at the Ultra Podcast here. We keep dragging. So did you guys have like a wedding song?
Okay.
Out?
Oh, Tiggy Nation, buddy. Wait till you hear this bad boy here. Yeah, so we did. A couple songs that will go down in history that will remind me always of my wedding. So our slow dance song, which was a song we always loved together ever since we met, was Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey.
Okay.
It's in The Great Gatsby. That's where I feel like a lot of people know that song
haven't seen The Great Gatsby. I need to get on that.
Oh yeah, you do. It's a very good movie. I feel like that's where a lot of people know that song from. So that was our our song, slow dance song, but there is another like violin, very like dramatic version of it that Angie walked down the aisle to. It was electric. And then when we got married, you may kiss the bride. Then we start walking down A Sky Full of Stars by Coldplay.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. And then, so you saw some of you saw some of the engagement pictures we took. I was in black, right?
Yep.
The place gave me very, very Titanic vibes to it. And I was like, oh, this is great. I got to get some pictures like similar to Titanic, which I got a couple which is cool. And then the day of our wedding, I posted some of those pictures. You saw, I'm sure, with the piano Titanic song in the back.
Yeah.
And I don't know how this happened, but that kind of became like one of the overall themes of the whole night. Like my dad's speech, he talked about the Titanic because I always love that movie. Like, and I have like the Make It Count tattoo on my arm, and it was kind of that whole like cheers to making it count type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And now that piano Titanic song is our wedding video background song.
That's awesome. That's so amazing.
So it was really, really cool. A couple songs I think will forever make me think of the wedding for sure.
That's cool. Did Jake make a speech?
Mm-hmm.
Now was he your best man? Did you do best man, maid of honor, stuff like that?
Yeah.
Now, was it always going to be your brother, or was there any point where it might have been like, I don't know, I got this really great friend too, but I mean, blood is blood.
You know, Jake was always going to be my best man. The only thing I ever considered doing was having like co-best men. It was never like someone over Jake. Never that was a thought in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he gave a speech. It was great. He blubbered like a baby.
Oh.
It was awesome, man. Like it really was. It was, I mean, I guess us Nixon men are emotional guys, but it was like one of the most emotional weddings I've been to. A lot of good tears.
Yeah.
Like great, just happy tears.
Mm.
But yeah, it was really cool. And it was like the table set up for the dinner was just one table.
Okay, family style, huh?
Yeah, and we were saying, see, we always connect things to movies. Like that's just what we have always done. We were saying it was very Fast and Furious vibe. It was Did
you lift a Corona?
No, but we cheers like that. It was really cool. So it was cool. I tied like it makes me think of like a bunch of movies that I love all tied into one, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question, and it might be tough to answer, but you had this small intimate ceremony and stuff like that. Do you wish you could have had like an all Gatsby-esque extravaganza wedding, inviting like 500 people or something? Or are you really happy it was like, listen, these are the most important people in my life that were here, and I'm very happy, and I really wanted it to be special with just them. It's like I'm not interested in my my neighbor from a decade ago who I don't even remember their last name.
Right. Other than maybe like a handful of people that weren't there, you being one of them, like, no, I wouldn't change it. Like, I just felt like I don't know, it felt to me like it felt way more special just with everyone being able to talk to each other at the same time, essentially, like, so I wouldn't. Like, no, I'm very happy with how it turned out.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that's a tough question to answer, but it's like, I'm so happy that it was so happy for you, and that, like it just all worked out so well for you. Now, like, I'm just, I think there's a lot of people where it's like, obviously you want it to work out for everyone, you know what I mean? But that's just something people say. But like genuinely for you, JT, I'm so happy everything worked out for you because I'm like I love you so much and with like so much respect and like I'm so happy it all worked out for you, man. You're so incredibly happy, you know.
Thank you, brother. I really do appreciate that, and I know you mean it too, and you're such a great guy too.
You're such a great guy,
I just
JT.
want to dive through the freaking phone and just give you a freaking hug. That's what I want to do right now.
Maybe a little kiss too, huh? Maybe.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Another cool thing was, and then we can move on. The place had this. I think I may have touched on it last week, but a little like groom's cottage in the backyard. I may have mentioned that.
I don't think so.
Where I got ready in, and like Jake and our efficient Jeff, who is Angie's best friend's husband. So from all of it,
wow.
So like even the not the camera guys and not the photographer and stuff, but down to the efficient was like a special person, you know. So it's Angie's maid of honor's husband was our efficient, which was really cool. So it was just me, Jake, and him, and Angie's brother. For the most of the day, just kind of all hanging out, and my dad, all just kind of hanging out in there, and it was so cool. It was Jeff was like, it's like, you know what? I honestly couldn't have pictured this any different because we had the NASCAR race on the TV, and I had like Jimmy Buffett playing or something. He's like, dude, this is exactly how I imagined this would be. So that was really cool part too.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest too. When you trim the beard, I mean, you look so incredible with the trim beard.
Wow.
Like you look like not that you are any sort of out of shape, but like it literally looked like you lost 10 pounds easily from the beard.
Yeah. No, thank you. I thank you. I appreciate that. And it's funny because a few people said that. They're like, dude, your face looks so like you lost so much weight in your face.
Yeah, you look really good. I mean, Angie did as well. I mean, you guys look incredible together. So
thank you.
That's funny. That's yeah, man. I'm just so happy. It was awesome. Now the efficient, yeah, aficionado. How did they do? Did they do too many jokes, or were they like just? No. Sometimes you don't want them to take all the shine.
Yeah, no, he was, and he's the guy like. If he's doing it, he's doing it. Like he's gonna be prepared. He's gonna take notes beforehand, ask us questions, things that we would like him to say, this, that, and the other thing. He sent us a rough draft. He was like, "Listen, guys, I don't want there to be any surprises. I want you to just read this and let me know what I need to change." So it was perfect. And he made a really good point too, because some people are like, "Oh man, like I don't want to read it before. I want it to be a like surprise and stuff," which is true. But then he's like, but you want to be able to really enjoy that moment, like, and look around at all your at the family and look at each other without having to 100% put your focus on my words. Yeah. You know, it's because like you heard it already, which was such a great point. So he did a really good job.
I agree. And as well, it's like they shouldn't be trying to dupe you and Angie. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like the only surprise should be like maybe a new song on the playlist.
Right.
Like in no way should the biggest moment of your life to date should be like a gotcha, like a jab or a joke that you didn't hear beforehand. So I think that's so smart that he was like, hey, here's the script. Like, you know, here might be a good moment for you to look at your family, to look at her family. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, let's set this up. And that's cool because I feel like sometimes in like weddings past, the officiant tries to make it more about them and not about the people getting married. So that's that was awesome of them then.
Yeah, so it was really good. Just 10 out of 10. It was 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
So tell me about you. Tell me about the race. How was it? How'd you do? What was the weather like? Did you meet any new friends? I want to hear the whole freaking thing.
So it was a good time. We talked about it last week. I went to Santiago, California, which was a $28 flight from Phoenix. It was about an hour, 10 minutes. We spent more time in the plane, not in the air, than actually in the air. But it was a good time. We flew out, spent a little bit of time in San Diego, stayed overnight. We actually went to Hooters.
Nice.
The day before, and we watched the UFC fights. And much like everyone else, we had massive money on Dustin Poirier to try to bankrupt the casinos. Naturally, oh, sad. So close. Yeah. So close. But we then in turn woke up at 5 a.m. the next day and decided to run 13 miles. Here is my little bib thing. I got the @Tiggy on here.
That's sick.
I got that. I got a nice medallion here.
Awesome.
Damn,
that's sick.
It was a good time. I was very happy with my time. I got 1 hour, 54 minutes officially, but I think the track was a little long because on the Strava running app I had, it had me running under 150. So I think the track was a little long with it, but still, it was fantastic. The weather was about 70 degrees, no sun, all clouds, which probably fared better. But it was a good time. It was super cool. Tons of positivity, tons of motivation throughout the course. There were people, like we were running through neighborhoods and there were people in their front lawn with tables and had like Jello shots or little kind of shots of beer for us, or
that's sick.
Had gels, had like candy and stuff for people. It's like, so it was really cool to see that community just there, and people were just kind of all supporting each other. So it was really fun. And I got like a little runner's high after it. We actually finished, me and a buddy finished, and we had a third guy who isn't like that big of a runner, and we knew he was going to be a little slower. So we kind of walked back and found him and then finished with him. And there was another guy who, while we were kind of jogging, he was like walking, but he looked kind of young. I was like, hey, like I'm all about like giving fist bumps, if people like are walking towards the end. I'm like, we got a half mile left. We already did 12 and a half. It's like, hey, let's go. Come on. Like fist bump. Like, let's get moving. You know what I mean? Like I try to help and inspire people. And sometimes you just need another person outside of you to kind of give you that little push.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like, hey, you got this, But there was another guy who seemed like around my age, and I gave him a fist bump. We were just kind of talking a little bit, and he's actually ex-military and lives in San Diego. And so my other buddy ran with our other friends, and I was just with this guy, and we were just kind of talking, and we were under a mile. I'm like, hey, you good to go? Like, you want to finish this? Like, you want to get jogging? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And so we jogged the rest of the way and stuff, and I took like a little video of him finishing because I had already finished and stuff, and he was pumped, he was ecstatic and stuff, and he's local to San Diego, so he was like, hey, next time you're out here, like, hit me up, and we'll go out and stuff, and I'll show you the best spots to be and stuff. And so I met a friend on the second way through, so that was really cool. And yeah, I don't know. It was a great experience. I definitely have like a runner's high. I'm hoping to do more half marathons this year, maybe in the fall. There's one in Phoenix in January. And then maybe even next year do a full marathon, because I just think I felt really good after the half. Obviously, I would have to do that twice, but like only 1%, maybe probably less than 1% people like actually do a marathon and stuff. And I just think that'd be cool to experience it and try to test my body and test myself to do that. So, and I think it's very important, even in our age, to just have goals.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Sorry, I don't say fuck a lot here anymore, but fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, JT.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, obviously they'll like have professional goals, career goals, yada yada. It's like, I don't know. Honestly, very low percent of people actually have a job that they completely love. Most people just have jobs so that they can be happy in their real life outside of work. And I think that's probably what's going to happen with me and what happens with people I know and stuff. And I think that's mostly life. So if I don't want to have a career goal, it's like I want to have physical goals or like outside of like hobbyist goals. It's like I want to go skydive and I want to do this. It's like I think it's important to have things you want to do because it helps keep you going and definitely will help keep your positivity up and your mental health, and you won't be depressed as much. So that's going to be one of my goals, is to do a marathon maybe next year. Maybe a year after that, because this was really this was the longest race I've ever done past a 5K. So
that's awesome.
I want to be able to kind of keep improving. I think I can definitely cut my time down. My feet are in a little bit of shambles. I have like 3 permanently bruised toes right now. But then I got like cuts all over my feet. So, and then I played 2 softball games today as well, or well, not today, but this week as well. So I really haven't gotten a break. I'm going to take it easy today. I might get back in the gym tomorrow, and yeah, then maybe start running Saturday or Sunday would probably be like the best timeline goal. So hopefully we can accomplish all that. It's a big list, and maybe we can accomplish most of it. But yeah, but it was a fucking great weekend, and I think if you have a chance to do a half marathon and you want to test yourself and train a couple months and run it, and yeah, I would always recommend that because I think running and exercise is very good for your mind and your body and your soul, and things just feel good. And some people get it and some people don't. And it's all right to try, and it's all right to try and not want to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you tried it and then you realized, oh, I don't quite like that, But if you never try, it might be on the back of your brain, and then you're a 60-year-old man and you're like, man, what would have happened? What would have happened if I just did that one thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I fully agree with you on that. Shout out you for getting her done. That's freaking awesome, man. And I know you would crush a full marathon. So that's awesome.
That'd be tough. Damn.
That's awesome.
Shout out to us. Shout out to us. 2 big weekends.
No, for real. Definitely big weekends. I'm kind of still, it's crazy. I'm still like worn out. And that was like freaking 4 days ago already.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I woke up Sunday or Monday and felt like I got hit by a freaking bus. Just, I think, I don't know, like so many emotions, so much stuff you're trying to do and stress and all that. And then when it's over, it's like you take a deep breath and you're like, we did it. We got through it. And then you just crash.
Yeah. Are you and Angie planning on taking a trip to kind of?
Yeah. I mean, not right now, but we're going to the Outer Banks in like a month.
Oh, nice.
But I think we want to do something, just us two. We were talking about maybe sometime in the fall, maybe just driving down to like Destin or something.
Oh, that'd be a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I think maybe a couple years down the line we would like. Who knows? I mean, things have changed all the time, but we'd like to go visit some other countries at some point. Mm-hmm. But yeah, nothing on the books quite yet, which I'm good with. That's a lot to do. Like, you have a whole weekend getting married and then you go on a week-long trip. That's just a lot, which is great. I'm sure it's freaking awesome, but just a lot. So I think we'll do one a little later on.
Isn't it funny? Because I feel like we're at an age too where it's like you go on vacation, you're excited, a week away from everything. But then you come back to reality, and kind of the crash of that reality almost hurts a lot.
Dude, right. It's hard to get back in the groove. Like, at least for me.
No, I agree. Yeah. And I think sometimes that even deters people from taking a trip because it's like, I don't want to do that because then when I come back, it's going to be harder. It's like I got shit to do and stuff. And I don't know. Life's so short, man. You got to go out and just take that trip.
Yeah.
Gotta just do it, man, because you're not gonna remember the day you got back and were miserable. You're gonna remember that week of having, building a sandcastle, or running along the beach, or being out in the water with each other. So
you just gotta go take the pottery class.
Yeah.
If you want to take a pottery class, just go freaking do it.
Is that from a movie or something, or did you just go take a pottery class?
No. So I'll tell you what it's from. That one's me actually.
Okay.
So I can't remember what me and Angie were talking about. This was probably a year ago.
Yeah.
There was something she wanted to do, and she was overthinking it. And we were having like this conversation essentially we're having right now. And I'm like, listen, dude, like, life's too short. If you want to go do this, go do this. If you want to, plant a garden. And I was like, you know what? Just go take the damn pottery class, like as like a metaphor for life.
Mhm.
And it kind of stuck. And that was actually the ending part of my vows in our wedding.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that saying kind of has stuck throughout. Take the pottery class, which I think I agree. It's like you were saying, like you want to have goals outside of, the normal daily life. Like you want to skydive, you want to run a marathon, you want to learn to fish. That's my goal right now.
Mhm.
Like I really want to get into fishing, and
Yeah.
it's such an easy goal, but I'm like struggling with it. Like I got my fishing pole ready, I got it all set up, I got my fishing license, I've been practicing out in the yard,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, I haven't gone to do it yet. Which I need to do. But yeah, that's like my goal right now. I want to be like, I want to really know how to fish, you know?
There's a famous quote, and I don't know who said it, but a lot of people. Oh, it was Woody Allen. Crazy.
What was it?
So he said, Woody Allen, is famous Hollywood TV like director, I think, or producer. So actually, I thought it was 90%. He said 80% of success is showing up.
Yeah.
So it's like before you do anything, you have to show up. Like you don't want to go to the gym, you're tired. If you were at the gym and said that, you're probably still going to work out because you're fucking there. So like you're saying, I have it all ready. You just need to drive to a creek
Yeah.
or a stream
I
or
know.
something, and then you'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, all the legwork's already there. You might as well. So
Yep.
I didn't know it was Woody Allen. I thought it was gonna be like a fitness guy, because I thought it was 90%. 90% of life is showing up. That's showing up as well. So, and then Woody Allen says if 90% of life, if 90% of success in life is showing up, the other 10% depends what your. Did I just lose connection? Oh shit.
Nope. I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, gotcha. If
I'm here.
90% of success in life is showing up, the other 10% depends on what you're showing up for. So that's another Woody Allen quote. So I don't know which one's true, but something is basically just show up and you'll probably get it done. So, yeah, JT, just stop at a stream on the way home from work tomorrow,
I
man.
know.
And just fucking do it. Just take some you time and take care of it, man.
Yep. I got to do it now, and I'm going to send you a picture. I'm going to send you a picture because now, see, it's out in the air now. It's been said. So now I got to go freaking do it,
Now it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Got to follow through with it.
Yeah.
So what else is going on? Anything new going? Oh, we do have a couple. We have a new show out this week that I haven't watched yet.
Okay.
That new Star Wars show, Star Wars Acolyte, came out.
The Acolytes. Okay. Have you seen it? Have you given it a little twirl?
I have not watched it yet, but I just realized every time I'm watching the previews, I'm like, that guy looks so freaking familiar. Who is that guy? Like the main master guy, I think he's the main master, is freaking the main dude from Squid Game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and let's see. I think this is, see, now I can talk and be on my computer here.
Yeah.
I don't know the timeline here. Like I think it's before everything. Let's see.
I think you're right as well. I think it's way in the past.
Yeah. Let's see. Star Wars Acolyte. Okay, yeah. Begins about 100 years before we ever met Anakin Skywalker. That's pretty cool.
That's a minute.
I'm gonna have to check it out. So it looks pretty good. I heard it was pretty good.
Yeah.
So I gotta watch that.
Nice.
What else is going on, Tiggy Nation?
So we do have Hot D coming out in 2 weeks, I believe. So that'll be super interesting. I know we kind of mentioned, I'm Team Green as always. I mean, Allison is the one true queen. Well, she's the mother of the king, I guess. And I think another teaser trailer dropped. I have refrained from watching everything. I want to be surprised. And I'm also living in a house with two people that have not seen Hot D. And me and the other roommate who have seen it were like, you have to watch it because when Sunday comes at 7 p.m., we're going to be out there. And it's no phones, no talking. We're watching, you know?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
if you want to be included in these 8 weeks, you better catch up and watch.
You better catch up. Okay, wait. So when season 2 start? You just said
I think it's
June 16th. Oh shit!
yeah. I mean, it's like a week and a half away.
I'm gonna have to binge it again.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So I want to binge it. I want to get there. But now it's like I don't want to watch it if they're gonna watch it because I'd rather rewatch with them. But I don't know if they're gonna watch it, and it's like you got to kind of watch it because oh man, I feel like that's the death of relationships. And maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but it's like I think TV and movies is so important in a relationship because if you're laying in bed and one person wants to watch this, one person wants to watch this, and it's never the same, and you can't compromise, like, oh man, you're gonna turn to hate that person, and that can't happen. You can't be watching Real Housewives and then Game of Thrones on the other TV. Can't happen.
No, I do agree with that.
And again, both shows are good, but damn.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think everyone can have their own little TV time, you know, when the others at work or this, that, the other thing. But I agree. You have to have some of that stuff that you watch together, you know.
You can't be an iPad family. Can't be iPads in bed. No chance.
Nope.
Not in my household. Maybe that's why there's no one else here. Yeah. So that's coming out. Super exciting. I did see a movie that you would love. It was on Max. It's called Source Code with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
And it's the girl from Mission Impossible 3. I don't think I talked about it last week. No, I definitely didn't because I saw it last weekend. It's really cool. It's basically Jake Gyllenhaal is kind of like being sent back in time to find out who blew up this train. And it's kind of like Groundhog Day. He keeps getting sent back. He has 8 minutes to find clues. And it's cool. I saw it on like an Instagram page where it's like good movies to watch. And he's done it so many times. He's like, what is he? He's like soda can, coffee spill, like coffee spills on his foot, ticket person, like hands his ticket over and stuff. And he knows everything. And he knows everything that this woman's about to tell him and stuff. And it was just so interesting. And I watched it and I think IMDb actually has it pretty high, but there were a couple lines in the movie that I was like, oh, these are good. These are good. And so I would watch it. I think it's kind of like it's a little romance movie. It's got some action though. And yeah, super easy watch. I think it's only 90 minutes too. So Source Code on Max.
Rotten Tomatoes, 92%.
That's crazy.
IMDb, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never heard of this. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I like that girl. She's the girl in Eagle Eye. Sorry, I'm still here.
Oh, she's an Eagle Eye with Shia.
Yeah, she's the main girl with Shia LaBeouf in Eagle Eye.
Yeah, real pretty. And I feel like I feel like most of the time when we talk about like actors and actresses and stuff, they're usually actresses. They're usually like blonder hair more often than not. Mm-hmm. And she has dark brunette hair. Very, very pretty. Not that hair color represents beauty in any way, but I feel like we don't give it up for the brunettes. Very, very pretty. But she's got like an older look to her, doesn't she?
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I sometimes would feel like she looked like Michael Jackson.
Okay. Well, now you've completely ruined her for everyone, JT, not just me, for everyone that just heard that. Why would you say it? There's things that just shouldn't be said, and you just said that.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I had to lay it all out there.
All right, what's her name?
Michelle Monaghan.
I can't believe this. I mean,
I'm here.
I know. I don't see it. I don't.
Well, good. I'm glad you don't.
I don't see it. She's just got pale skin, but she's brunette. I don't see it. I do not see it. I disagree with JT's take. That does not look like Michael Jackson. maybe that picture. Okay. Yeah. Moving on. So I saw Source Code. Very good. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this. You've seen Queen's Gambit, right? Queen's Gambit.
No, I've not watched it.
Well, we've definitely told you to watch it. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Anyways, cool chess show. Anya Taylor-Joy. It's got some other actors that I think have gone on to do other things and stuff. Very cool. But it's based on a real life story. The American Bobby Fischer and the Russian Boris Spetsky. I'm gonna butcher the name, but a Russian guy during the Cold War, where they were like the two best chess players in the world. And it's loosely based off this real life story. Anyways, there's a movie called Pawn Sacrifice on, might be HBO or no, it might be Hulu. Anyways, it is a chess movie, and Tobey Maguire stars as Bobby Fischer. And
okay,
very intense movie, very good like drama in a sense, because like it's just chess. I don't want to call it an action movie or anything, but if you like chess and you like Tobey Maguire and you want to be enhanced and Cold War drama with chess and the Russians, probably the movie for you.
That sounds good. It kind of reminds me of Molly's Game, which is a true story. You've seen Molly's Game, right?
I've seen Molly's Game. I don't know the redhead's name, but she's so pretty. Oh
yeah, Jessica Chastain.
Yes. Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, and then Michael Cera's character is loosely based off of real life Tobey Maguire.
Real? I think you guys definitely mentioned this in the pod. I'm definitely remember that. That's fucking
Oh man, that movie is so freaking good.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. It's got to be on a service, right? I mean, everything's on a service nowadays, right?
Yeah, I think it's on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's still on Netflix.
It is on Netflix, man. Netflix still has some shit, which is sick.
Yeah, Netflix is pretty good these days, honestly.
Netflix is good. You know what else is coming to Netflix that's really good? Is Lost.
Oh God, man! How many seasons of Lost are there?
Dude,
they're like 12.
There's not 12. I think there's like 6, maybe. 6 seasons. But the thing of Lost was during the time where every episode was an hour, but they still had 20 episode seasons.
Dude.
So
how does anyone ever catch up with that now?
Yeah. I mean, now we're seeing 7 episodes in a season. You know what I mean? And they take 2.5 years to film and do all this. Whereas Lost literally said, I mean, I want to see the total episodes. Lost total episodes. 121. 121 episodes, 6 seasons. So 20 episodes a season with 1 extra one.
And they're like an hour.
They are hour-long episodes, and there are some slow episodes that, I'm going to be honest, do not affect the show whatsoever. You can completely skip them, or like the last 5 minutes would mean something.
See, See, that's a slippery slope.
So Lost, the interesting thing about Lost is the pilot for Lost. Guess how much the pilot alone cost?
Oh, gosh. Pilot
episode, you know, usually the first episode, to put this in perspective, Seinfeld, I think, was $500, one of the highest grossing sitcoms of all time. It was $500, I believe, for the Seinfeld pilot. So how much do you think Lost put in for a pilot for a brand new show that one's ever seen before? Just take a guess.
$50,000.
$50,000 would be, I don't even know the percent, but the pilot alone cost over $14 million.
What?
$14 million.
Why?
Well, it was inspired by this film called Castaway, but they had to do it all in Hawaii.
Oh, it was inspired by Castaway?
It was inspired by Castaway, yep. So it was told in a heavily serialized manner. But, I mean, just because of how much cast there was how much like actors and actresses they brought in from other stuff, and as well as I believe they legit crashed like an actual airplane on this as well. I mean, if you haven't seen Lost, premise, a whole plane gets lost in the jungle while traveling overseas and stuff like that. So I believe it was definitely the most expensive pilot of all time. It might have been different. Like Hot D might have taken it over because they got all the Game of Thrones money, and they made it crazy. But it came out in 2004, which I would have been 10. You would have been 9. $14 million to create the first episode.
That is crazy.
For this show.
Okay, wait. Let's see how much money Lost made. Lost show gross. The first season cost $50 million to produce. How much? Okay, I want to know how much they made. How much did Lost the show make total? Oh, the frick. I can't find. I wish it was just going to pop up. Anyway.
Jeez. And the average pilot like producing fee and stuff like that is around $45,000-$50,000. So you were right with like the average nowadays, or in 2021 it was. So it's crazy. It's insane. And I think it's a show that stood the test of time. I think a lot of people like to badmouth it because they didn't get the ending. But I see on Twitter, you ever get it? You like a couple things on Twitter and then your whole feed is just submerged by it and you're like,
yeah,
is this all happening right now? Or has this always been happening? So I liked a couple things with Lost, and now all my feed is just shit posting about Lost and stuff. But it's coming to Netflix. It's on Hulu right now, coming to Netflix. So more users on Netflix, I would say. But super cool concept. A bunch of strangers get lost on this plane and stuff. And the way how the issue, I keep saying the issue, but the good thing about Lost and why some episodes might not seem like they mean anything, and 90% is like, why are they telling me this backstory, is they connect you with all the characters and they kind of show how everyone in a sense like is connected. A lot of these people, this might be a little spoiler, but a lot of the people knew each other before the plane, or even just like passed through, or were like, you were the doctor that worked on my knee like a couple weeks ago. You know what I mean? It's like they all kind of pathed and all kind of cross paths, and Lost tells those stories. And I think you can find like a good meaning in that of like, you never know who you're talking to. You never know when you're going to see them again, or like when you might need them again, or might need a favor from them. And I just think it's so cool. And it was such a cool story. And towards the end, it got a little wonky. There's some supernatural elements that are happening that many people can like or dislike, and definitely have those opinions. But damn, man, it's a wild ride. And if you keep your mind open, it's one, like, I think we did the top 5 shows, and this was in my top 5 Lost. So I was obsessed with it for a little bit. I watched it through twice and like almost a third time, but damn, man, like, and it gives me a little nostalgia because I watched it with my family. We had like a projector in the living room, and we would watch one episode a night. And this was in Netflix when you had to mail the DVDs and stuff. So it holds a special place in my heart. And if you're looking for a show that you want to waste, a couple months of your life to just get hooked on a show, this is it right here. Lost, baby.
Damn. Okay. Let me ask you this question about Lost.
I'm ready with an answer.
Is it true that it was all a dream or something?
So I will say it was not a dream. It was not a dream. A lot of people think like they're dead. They are not dead. Like, everything is real. Everything is happening. And I think it's easy to con off and be like, oh, this didn't really happen. It was a dream and stuff like that. And you'll see why if you watch it. You know what I mean? I think it's easy to say it, but you and Jake especially will realize it's not a dream. Yeah, so I don't want to give too much away, but I can't recommend Lost enough. And people are gonna be like, oh, 120 episodes. It's fucking daunting, man. It's crazy. Yeah. And this was a show that aired weekly on television and stuff. So, I mean, I wish I watched it live. Because it would have been a wild time. In 20 episodes? So 20 weeks of TV. 5 months, half the year was dedicated to Lost. And it happened every year for 6 years. Didn't take a year off, which is astounding. So
wow. So it was every year.
At 2004 to 2010, 6 seasons. Wow. All in a row. So give it up for Lost. Go watch Lost. Get lost in it. It's fucking sick.
Damn. Okay. I never knew it was based off or not based, inspired by Castaway. I never knew that.
That's what it says on the wiki, at least. I have never seen Castaway.
Well, it makes sense. What?
Is that the one with Wilson?
Yeah.
Is that it? I always usually say Nelson, but I figured.
Oh man, that's a classic. But no, Castaway, great movie. I'm excited for the new Twister movie, which that just made me think of Twister. Now that we're on it, do we know how many episodes House of the Dragon is?
I think it's 7.
And see, they need to bump those freaking numbers up. You know? God.
They're doing less episodes, but they're making more money.
Yeah. 8 episodes.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
8. But, and I think, it just stinks because I think there's more story to tell, and it's or there's more storytelling to show, and maybe it's just background stuff, but it's that's my favorite parts of Game of Thrones were when Arya and the Hound were just traveling together. Because I don't know, I like those episodes. I like that storytelling, and it was just I think going off plot a little bit is good television. So I wish we could see more of that. Obviously, maybe too much money's wrapped up around the big story and the dragons, but damn, man, I want more. I want more than 8.
Me too. I'm sure they're kind of long, but still, I agree.
Yeah.
But honestly, Tiggy Nation, I don't have much left, I don't have much left in me. It's freaking 9 o'clock already, which I can't believe.
It's kind of crazy. It is sunny out there. I think it's 110 degrees today. Let me check to make sure. It was supposed to hit 100 plus, 110. Okay. It's at 107 right now. I'll show my phone, 107. Mm-hmm. But earlier today, allegedly, it hit 111. Allegedly.
My goodness.
111. So.
God dang. It's been hot out here. It's been hot here too, but more. Well, the humidity hasn't been crazy, but it's been hot. But I honestly like the weather here too. It'll rain a little bit, pretty much, especially as the summer months roll by. It'll rain every freaking day at some point.
Yeah.
And then it'll be blazing hot, which is cool. The pool's finally open. I don't know what took so long, but
love that.
So I'm gonna try to dive into that.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, Tiggy Nation, I think that's all I got. It was a great time. Lunch was great with you today. We touched on a lot of good things, a lot of happy things. We accomplishing goals. We're just doing the thing, and it's always a pleasure when we get to do this. Hopefully Jake will be back here with us next week. Hopefully. He's missing out on a great deal of lunches. I know he likes the dessert, so he needs to get back here. All right, guys, it was a great time. We will catch you next week. Bye-bye.